This a mixtape popping from the press gate. Out the shit's creek, short of call to catch weight. This the real deal, Holyfield without a deal. Holding up the status quo, start the fire, yeah. Bonafide, fly, bad guy floating in the sky. Skip it with the beat like a coaster on a ride. Remedy, repeat, feed the focus, come alive. Kill them in they sleep, if they wake up galvanized. Tally high up the ladder, sayonara, see you later. Till tomorrow, bring the papers as a favor. Mr. Neighbor Good, grew up in the neighborhood. Never thought I could be someone that would stay for good. So the story goes, sold myself for student loans. Also mental goal, plus the middle where to go. I'm posted at the road, smoking pot with Monaco. Supposed to be at home, told my parents adios. Comma closed in my checking, yeah I'm broke. It's all good though, lately I've been on the road. You know, the blue collar, boo saga, lifestyle of Chicago. Well, it's always details with the females. Sheep frills, 3 bills, paying wholesale. Ba-da-ba-ba, the beat goes on.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Live and Untied. I'm your host, Jackson Delisle, and today I was obviously at the Cubs game where they lost 6-0 from the Brewers.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell anybody. If the
we lost 5 minutes ago.
Basically,
Mike, check 1, 2. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, click those buttons up at the top of the soundboard by the by the plug-in where the things are plugged in. There's buttons right underneath them. No, where the mics are actually plugged in.
Oh, the pad?
Yeah.
All of them?
Just click yeah. No, only the first one. Is that better, Tyler?
I can hear you.
Okay, so then unclick it. Is that better?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay, well, either way.
Yeah, just go.
All right, so the Cubs lost today. Turns out it was a terrible day in Chicago for baseball because we did not win. But the Brewers fans are still nice. They're very nice people. And I, got to sit down across the street at the Cubby Bear because it was unbearably cold at the game. So I got to sit across the street at the Cubby Bear and watch the rest
of the game. Great. Let's go!
Yeah, so this week we bring you one more great sketch, and I'm biased. I'm in it. And we have 3 great guests. We have Louisa Webb, we'll figure out what she wants once she gets on the air. But Louisa Webb and Jesse Montagna, and he is at an Oscar watch party, and he's going to be talking to us about what's happening, giving us updates. I don't know if I said this. Louisa's going to be talking about astrology. And we also have Jefferson Goldie from Worst Cooks in America, who's going to be talking about tonight's episode, which is airing right now. So we have a great show for you playing tonight. We also have a new intro song that we had in the intro that you saw just a couple seconds ago. That is Cat Stockton's Mr. Neighborhood. And we heard him first on Pat McAfee's show.
Banger.
And we immediately were like, this is a great song. This is a banger, just like Sonny just said. And we hit him up on Instagram, and he was more than happy to allow us to use his music on our show. And he's also a Chicago musician, coming up.
Find him on Spotify.
Stockton. Yes, Cat Stockton. You can download that song, and he has the whole a mixtape out on Spotify right now, so you can get that today if you want. You can do it right now while you watch it. You could. Or just $9.99 and pay for Spotify, because it is 2021. You should not buy individual music. That is
if you have ads, you're insane.
I know. Okay, so Without further ado, today I am joined by my producer, Sonny Vizioni.
Howdy, sir. I am great at my job.
Yeah, obviously it's going great because this is the second time we have started our stream. And joined with us in the back room is Stewart.
What up?
Our fact checker. What's up? What's going up on the fact checking side, buddy?
Oh, say something, I'll tell you.
What's the biggest flower?
The biggest flower in the world is a sunflower. Everybody knows that.
Is it?
Oh, false. It's actually a Rafflesia moldy. And it can grow 3 feet across and up to 15 pounds.
Pretty much so. I said that.
Yeah, my job's going well.
Well, yeah, he's really good at it. You're probably...
Oh, wait, hold on.
Holding on.
Tyler, look at the camera and smile. Thanks. I did my job.
All right, so I am, you're probably wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses. That's because I decided to go to a Cubs game the day before, or the day of the show, and drink all day. I'm starting to get a little hungover. And in addition to that, we are also announcing a new segment that we are going to be releasing called the Untied Underground.
Dun, 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 dun.
So this is going to be when we get a little bit more, like, on purposely trashed. Like, this is accidental today. I was just at a Cubs game. But we are going to be on purpose, and yeah, we are going to be trashed on purpose.
We're literally just going to be under the influence of something and just literally just be chilling and have a camera rolling and the mic's on, and then we'll probably talk for 2 hours and we might clip like 30-minute segments, and that's what Untied Underground will be.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
That's what we do anyway, so.
Yeah, it pretty much is. So today we are going to be talking about astrology with our guests coming up soon.
Right.
But before we get to that, we should probably talk about the fact that we are canceling the...
We have news.
Yeah, we are canceling the Office Virgin segment, which was premiered last episode.
It was a good pilot.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, so that is no longer going to be a part of the show.
Thank goodness.
You can tell that nobody really liked the show.
The show's all...
Not the show. Nobody liked that segment. Everybody loved the show.
No, the show's pretty awful.
Okay, let's relax, or else we're going to bring it back.
But Tyler also, doesn't really enjoy The Office.
No.
So that was a big reason in that. He's very,
Big reason,
So there's that also. Sonny, what happened today for you? What happened in your week?
My week was pretty hectic, the norm, school, and everything else. If you're referring, Cat Stockton's the man. I'm glad we were able to use his music. He is legit. What? I have some information about space if you want it.
Oh yeah, let's hear those space facts, buddy.
All right.
He's been searching space facts all day.
Can I get a segment sound, please?
Yeah, that was awful. So just go right into your segment, buddy.
Okay. All right. So, number 1, space is completely silent. Can't hear nothing. There's no atmosphere in space, which means that sound has no medium or way to travel, to be heard.
That sucks.
This one's cool, but I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. Fact checker, will you check this? 450 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit. The hottest planet in our solar system is 450 Celsius. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system and has an average surface temperature of around 450 Celsius. There's a lot more to read, but it's too much.
850
degrees?
Yeah.
That's it?
Fahrenheit. That's it? What do you mean that's it?
Wait, how many degrees Fahrenheit?
842.
He's like, yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, what's boiling point?
32 degrees
Celsius. But
212. I think.
212. Okay, so 212. So that's 4 times that. Almost.
If you were to put a dollar amount on a NASA spacesuit, what would you think it was?
I'm saying at least 40 grand.
I was going to say like 10.
How about $12 million
On a NASA spacesuit?
Yeah.
I'm getting that
That's insane. Actually, wait, hold on.
An astronaut.
Is it past 5 minutes? Because that's fucking crazy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes past.
You want to tell them that rule?
Yeah, so the rule is you basically, in a live stream, you can't say fuck.
I mean, you can't swear.
Oh. Well, I guess I don't know the rule that well. But you can't say the big ones in the first 5 minutes of a broadcast.
I mean, that's what the YouTube comment section said.
Yeah, I know. He told me that before the show. He was like, I'm like, where did you find that at? He's like, in the YouTube comment section. I was like,
you know what? Okay, whatever.
Oh, great.
How about 1 million Earths can fit inside the sun? Isn't that a lot? Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that is insane.
That's a lot of Earths.
That is a lot.
Some would say fucking insane.
Okay, but this one, guy, this actually...
I'm going to eat that shit up now that I can say it.
Speaking of insane, this is crazy. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way.
No.
There's more...
And I'm not talking about the candy box.
Say it one more time.
There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way.
No. Because...
Yes.
But then why is everyone like, don't cut down the trees?
Whoa, someone put up a laughing face.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you guys find us funny.
You
find us funny, but we're biased.
This one's crazy. Well, okay. I just read 2 are crazy. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. That's... I mean,
so there's
you go
more...
to the beach, like, you come home and it's just a different world for 2 weeks.
So let's put the past 2 the past 2 facts you just said back to back. You said there are more trees on Earth than stars in the galaxy, or the Milky Way galaxy.
Correct.
So then the second one, or the next one after that, was there's more stars than grains of salt.
More stars? Yeah, people go to the beach on salt. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth.
Right, sand. So either way, that means there's more trees than grains of sand on this Earth. Well, I guess that would make sense, because, you get the sand only around, like, the coastal areas, I guess.
While no one can actually count every single grain of sand on the Earth, the estimated total from researchers at the University of Hawaii is somewhere around 7,500,000,000 quadrillion grains.
So then how many fucking trees are there?
I don't know. You count them. But
No.
1 day on Venus is longer than 1 year, so that would suck to spend a day on Venus.
You'd be like, God, I just hope it ends soon.
There's about 3.04 trillion trees on Earth.
Wow.
So there's a lot more sand. I mean, I feel like that's obvious.
Yeah, I felt like that was an easy guess. Like, I feel like I could have told you that, and I'm pretty close to shit-faced. Like, I could have just been like, hey, I'm pretty sure, like, if someone would have came up to me on the street earlier today and been like, do you think there's more trees or grains of sand on this Earth? I would have been like, probably grains of sand, because they're tinier. You can fit more of them.
Less space. I'm proud of you, Jackson.
Me too. You did a lot of math just now, and I'm proud of that.
I know, my brain hurts. I think we need to bring on a guest soon, because I might, faint from all the math that I just did.
Well, it's interesting that you said that, because she will be on in 5 minutes. However,
we still have to kill 5 minutes.
I have a feel-good story of the day.
Perfect.
And I don't know if it happened today, but it was somewhere, I think it was yesterday, actually. Tyler, can you back me up on that? Josh's? So if you haven't heard, some dude put a Facebook post out on Facebook and made a huge group of Joshes with the same name, and pretty much gave, what are the coordinating points? It's not coordinating. Coordinates, yeah. And show up at this and we'll battle who the last Josh standing wins.
Oh, the ultimate Josh?
Yes, literally. So hundreds of people named Josh met up in Lincoln, Nebraska to battle with pool noodles over their shared name. Josh Swain jokingly did this, and people showed up because people showed up to like anything on Facebook. But the coolest part of it was, so they did have their battle, And then the winner was a 4-year-old named Josh Vincent Jr. Was not only crowned the champion of the fight, but also had received treatment at the Children's Hospital, which the event raised around $8,000 for. Is an incredible display of the positive power of the internet. Yeah, for sure. Because like usually everything on Twitter sucks, but that's like my feel-good story of the day. How about them apples and or pool noodles?
Yeah, that was cool as hell, dog.
Do you think you're the top Michael?
I think
Obviously.
Okay.
I constantly keep telling Michael this. Also, we
Pool noodles, give me a break.
I think with pool noodles, like you could become the top Michael.
I would.
Chicago at least.
I would fight until my death.
Well, and I keep telling Michael he needs to go on American Ninja Warrior.
I thought you were going to say like a jousting battle.
No, but that's kind of close to it. You know what I mean? Like that's like the same amount of. I feel like if you're good at jousting,
maybe we should try jousting each other.
All right. So next week, check out the show. Check out the show to see us joust each other. We'll figure that out.
Hey, we got some stuff to
We'll take donations. Yeah, we'll take donations right now. I would love to just walk around the city of Chicago with a huge jousting sword, for the record.
I mean, there's that guy that rides the bike around, right? Or he rides the horse around Chicago.
My back. Hello?
Black screen.
Yeah, just hit the button on top, I think.
I already did, buddy.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah, just keep hitting it until it works, buddy.
He has the GoPro. Oh yeah, also Tyler has a camera.
Yeah, Tyler's a camera.
Breaking news.
Well, he did, at least in the first part of this episode.
It's shitty and doesn't work half the time, but that's what they think in the background.
That's alright. At least two of us are visible. Jackson, you're on camera. Everybody saw you wave at me.
I can't see shit.
I know. Sorry.
I'm like, hey. Okay, so...
It's okay. Oh, Tyler's back!
Tyler is back and he has no SD card.
Shit, I forgot it. Sorry.
So basically...
Is that a floppy disk in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh, dear God.
Tyler, your camera.
Okay. Yeah, so we canceled the Office Virgin. We are releasing Untied Underground. We have three great guests. Louisa today, who is going to be on in a few minutes.
Louisa.
You guys are probably wondering why I look different. Also, I got a haircut. So if you were wondering, boys at Rose Hill Barbershop hooked me up. Yeah, all of them. They were like, "We're going to need all hands on deck for this haircut." Like,
so you can get held down.
I haven't gotten my hair cut like this.
How stupid that GoPro is. That's insane.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
We're going to talk about it.
We'll talk about it during, the last segment. So, basically...
Sorry, I forgot about the last segment. How about you introduce like a hint of what the last segment is while we wait for Louisa?
There's so many other segments before the last segment. You want me to introduce the last segment before we bring on our first fucking guest?
Oh, you know what else is happening tonight?
What's happening tonight, buddy?
It's the Oscars.
It's the Oscars, which I believe we mentioned when I told them that our second guest, Jesse, is going to be giving us a live update of what is happening.
I don't know if Jesse knows that.
Oh, well, maybe he won't give us a live update, but at least he'll be watching the Oscars. And guess what? I'm not watching the Oscars. So if he can't give us an update, there's no judgment on this side because I don't know them either.
You're not watching the Oscars?
I'm doing a live show.
Didn't know if you had something against the Oscars. Gosh. Oh! Hey, he's back! How's it going, Tyler?
I'm back.
Actually, the GoPro might legitimately be broken.
Okay, so also we haven't talked about any of the comments that came in, but Austin said, Jackson, there are millions of galaxies in the universe, LOL. I must have said galaxies instead of, or I must have said galaxies instead of stars, or universe instead of, but either way, you guys got what I meant, you know what I mean? I don't want you guys to think that I meant anything other than the fact that there is more trees. Well, the fact said that there were more trees than grains of sand, but there is 3 trillion grains of sand than trees. We proved NASA wrong today, guys.
Jackson.
Oh, please do. Okay, Claire Stewart said, please do. So she wants you to do American Ninja Warrior.
Oh, I mean, I'll give it my best.
Yeah, we'll send in a tape. Yeah, thanks, Claire.
How do you set it? Say, seriously, like, this is a serious question. Does an adult just go to like a children's playground? It's like, hey, I need the monkey bars.
Like, hey, kids, back up. I need to swing on these and make it look like a salmon ladder. For those of you that don't know, the salmon ladder is a thing where they go up the ranks with the thing, and they just kind of like, it's a lot of core work. I could never do it, but I think Sunny's got a chance.
It says it looks like, or Luisa said it looks like she's backstage, but I don't see her.
Tell her, ask her if there's any button she has to click. Like, she might have to click her button that says enter into broadcast studio.
Got you. I was going to ask you a question about the ocean, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, that's okay, buddy. I guess we won't talk about it then. Thank you for everyone who is still watching through all of the fuck-ups.
Oh, that was my question. How much of the ocean is not discovered?
Oh.
Tyler, back this up.
Oh, I got this.
I'm going to guess, though?
Yes.
I would say 80%.
Okay, I actually think you're kind of right.
Unexplored?
Yeah. Stupid camera.
95% of the ocean is unexplored.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Wait, did you just say 95?
Yes, only 5% of the ocean has been explored.
Jeez,
See?
we suck.
We're all learning things today, folks.
We gotta find out what the hell's down there.
That's what I'm saying.
No, we don't go looking. Leave it alone. This is a movie.
Is it?
It's gotta be.
I'm pretty sure. What was Deepwater Horizon about? That was the oil rig. Never mind.
Yeah. Close.
Isn't the movie just called Deep, though? Or, like, Water? I'm pretty sure there's one. It's got, like, a super simple name. And it's, like... I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. I think we should explore more of it. Maybe leave, like, 50%. Like, so is that only by the U.S.? Or is
that's by
everyone?
Yeah.
Like, everyone? Like, no one's been like, yeah, we're not gonna fuck with the ocean.
Jackson gets his haircut more often than there are stars in the galaxy.
Thanks.
Thanks, Holly.
I really don't like. I mean, this is the first one. I'm gonna have to keep up on this because I got it short. But usually it's like since the pandemic, I really haven't been getting my hair cut that often. I've been just wearing hats.
Well, Jackson, I don't know what's happening because it looks like she's on. It says she's backstage. I don't know what's on Lisa.
I don't know, man.
I don't know why it's not there. I wish technology wasn't so hard.
Yeah. Maybe we're gonna have to stop drinking before the show.
I mean, we had Chris on last week and it worked good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Is she on her phone? Is she on her iPhone? Is she on her...
I think she did both.
She tried her laptop?
Yeah.
Is she on her laptop now?
Yeah. I think she tried her phone.
Alright, well... I don't know what to tell her, man.
Whoa, my phone worked. I don't know what's happening. Tyler! Oh, there she is! There she is!
Oh my god, she can hear us. She can hear us.
Alright, do a quick 10-second introduction again.
Alright, so today we're going to be talking about astrology with our good friend and guest, LP Webb. I think we're going to... Is it LP or is it Louisa?
It's Louisa, but I go by LP Webb for astrology stuff. So
I'm reading lips. He hasn't unmuted the TV yet. Hang on, give him a second.
No, it's good. No, she's good.
Okay, now you're good.
can you hear me?
Yes, you sound great.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hopefully you're better at astrology than we are at live shows.
What?
I said hopefully. He said hopefully you're better at astrology than we are at live shows because this has been a show.
I feel like that's just a response of the yes.
All right, good.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Thank God.
But you've actually done your homework on us, correct?
I have.
So you looked up all of the reasons we are the way we are.
Michael that I would look at overview of I take the hours chart. So here I condense it.
Perfect. So yeah, so basically, yeah. Why don't you give us like, how did you get into astrology?
Kind of, and by the way, I feel like on my end.
She can't hear us, and there's an echo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a microphone? Like headphones?
You have headphones?
Let me see.
I know this is a lot to do last second. All right.
I mean, look at that. I wish I had decorations like she does.
You do.
No, I don't. I mean, I can't.
It's like me being like, I wish I had knickknacks.
Little buddy.
These won't work. What's that? Oh. Alright.
Did Jerry save the day?
She did save the day.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Here it goes.
Alright, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Perfect. So great.
Alright, sweet. Okay, so how did I get into astrology? I'm still hearing an echo, so I'm gonna try to just work through it.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry.
Okay. So how did I get into astrology? Honestly, it's kind of a weird thing. I was militantly against anything spiritual or religious or anything. I grew up as a Catholic, very, very Catholic. My whole family is Catholic, and I kind of pushed back on that. And so I feel like it wasn't until my early 20s where I started getting weird. I don't want to call them like messages, but like I would go into a bookstore and then a book would pop up, a book that I would never like want to read, and I would just be like, I have to get this book. And that happened for a while, and I started reading like all these spiritual texts that I just find at Barnes and Noble or the library or whatever. And then I was at work. I used to be a project manager in marketing in my early, like right after college and throughout my 20s, like beginning to middle 20s. And at lunch, I went to Barnes and Noble, and there was this book that was like the only astrology book you'll ever need. And I was like, I don't know, I have to get this book, and I got it. And I didn't really read it the way like a traditional person would read it. I kind of just went through different chapters and kind of looked. I was like, what is this garbage? Just like, why am I getting this book? And what is this stuff like that I like knew from other from spiritual context? But I was like, for me, zodiacs and stuff, horoscopes, I was like, this is just trash. And I don't know, just from then it just started like, I call it kind of like an awakening. Like I started just spending hours and hours just researching and reading different things. And then oddly enough, I met my now husband. And once I met him, all these just bizarre like synchronicities started happening. I started getting super involved in spiritual things like in a way I had never had before. And there's a lot of insight into that, why that happened in my birth chart and in his. But like, that's kind of where it started. And then I decided this year after the birth of my first child to start a business to actually help people with certain things that they're working on in a spiritual way, or, wounds that they're trying to heal through astrology. So that's a long story.
Right. So, let's jump into our
who wants to go first?
birth charts. I'll go first. I'll bite the bullet and go first.
Okay, I'm so excited to do this.
I have a couple of the astrology apps that send me notifications. I'm just super bad at checking any notification. on my phone. So
Yeah, so those are interesting because those actually deal more with transits, and I do more of like the actual birth chart, which is like a blueprint of like who you are and like what your potential is. And so although those are super awesome, those apps, because transits are helpful, they help us understand like what's going on. I work in a different area of astrology, if that makes sense.
yeah.
But
So
um
you'd say those apps are more like the person's interaction with the universe?
yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's more of like how we are as like tiny little ant humans on Earth, and like when planets, just like in the solar system, when planets are moving, and we have certain how our birth chart is. The way I like to describe a birth chart in general is just a blueprint of the time and place that we were born, and where the planets were, the planets, the asteroids, the stars, where they were, a snapshot of where they were when we were born. So jumping into you, Jackson, which is awesome because your last video when you were introducing, when you guys were introducing each other, and like there was a question about you're like, who is the most concerned about the way their appearance, and
The most worried about the
And
appearance.
if anyone noticed watching the show, I fixed my hair.
yes,
I've been more into
yes.
the fact that I do it. Like I'm constantly looking at my monitor on it. I'm like,
Yes.
I don't
So
think
that's
anybody's surprised.
I laughed so hard at that, first of all, just without knowing anything about you. And then Michael sent over your information, and you happen to have your moon, which is how we express our emotions. So, whatever our moon sign is in our birth chart is how we handle and express and manage our emotions. And you have your moon in Capricorn, which is a very interesting placement. I've actually never met someone who has a moon in Capricorn, so that's cool.
it's nice to meet you.
But usually like someone with a moon in Capricorn, they're very like, they're pretty traditional with their emotions. They're they're pretty grounded in how they feel, but they are very concerned about their appearance, but not in the way that other people think. It's not really like an egotistical thing. It's more of like, you do care about how you are perceived by the public because you have put effort into however your appearance is and your persona. And so when I saw that, I just thought it was so funny because I was noticing you do it a lot more, I think, discreetly than you may think. But like, you do like check like how you look and like your like how you're perceived. And I don't know if those Banksies are yours, but I could tell your entire setup, like that's a Capricorn moon thing. They care about how they are seen by other people, not because they care about what people
Cool.
think, but because they want to come across a certain way, so that they don't, that there's no guesswork. And what's even cooler about that is you have your rising sign, which is your ascendant, and that is the sign that is how people perceive you. So how you are when you're meeting someone, or you're in a public place, or you're at a party, or you're introducing yourself to someone, how someone, it's not, you don't really have to do anything. It's more of like, how is that person seeing you? And you have yours in Scorpio. And Scorpios are very mysterious. They're very like kind of like cynical and like deep, and they guard their emotions like super intensely. And so I think it's really interesting that you have that moon and rising combination, because having Capricorn, who's so like traditional on their emotions, and then having a rising sign, so like being perceived by other people as like mysterious and like they can't really figure you out, you may be a little more overt in your moon by being like, no, I want you to know who I am. I want you to know, like, this is how I dress because this is who I want to be perceived. This is my persona. I like Banksy. That's a really important artist for me. I like to be eclectic in my like art, or how your interior design is. And so I just, first of all, is Banksy, is that yours or is that someone else's?
So, okay, that's actually crazy that you say that, because that one isn't, hold on, that one is not mine. But and there's another one above that you can't see. But I have a couple in my apartment actually. So
That's what you do.
So it does transfer, and it makes sense that I'm like, I do like a little bit more of the finer things when it comes to like the decoration of my apartment and how people perceive me. And I usually have my watch on or my chain, things like that, where it's like, just kind of like how I'm perceived and things. And I definitely like everything you just told me about me. I'm like, yes, 100% yes. Yep, check. That's me. So yeah, I agree with everything so far. Okay, what's my last one? Is the sun?
So your sun sign is in Taurus. So your entire setup of how, like, when you were born, having your sun and moon and rising. So your sun is in Taurus, your moon is in Capricorn, and your rising sign is in Scorpio. So naturally, your sun and your moon sign, the way that you were born, having Taurus is a very grounded person, someone who's very down to earth, approachable, someone who, like, you probably are someone that when you're at a party or at a bar, if someone runs into you, they're not gonna be like, you're not gonna be like, what the dude? Like, you're gonna be like, oh, hey buddy, like, like, you're gonna be warm, and like people are gonna know that about you. Michael, on the other hand, is like, dude, like, let's get into a fight. Like,
dude, I know. You should try going to bars with this guy.
Let's go.
Yeah, my husband is very, very similar. But
that makes sense, because there's been definitely a couple times where I've been bumped into at a bar, and I'm always like, how am I going to diffuse this situation? This person's not going to walk away hating me. Like, one time it happened, the guy and I bumped into each other, and we were wearing the exact same watch band. And I went, sick watch, bro. And he went, thanks. And we cheers and went back to dancing. It was great. It was a great time.
That's totally.
But yeah, let's pick apart Michael. Let's see what he's up to.
Yeah.
Or unless you're not done with me.
Well, no, I am. But I just want to note that you're, just so you know, and from a very general overview perspective, from me looking at your chart for 20 minutes, you are the type of person who's super grounded. You really do care about other people, but you have a very mysterious side that people can know. People know. Yeah. And it's bizarre. It's probably like, I can kind of, like, there's something. So
it's the sunglasses, isn't it?
The sunglasses help. But no, there's something deeper, and you know what it is. But no one else does. So you know what it is.
That's why we got you on. I don't know.
Well, I'd have to look deeper in your chart to know. So
okay,
that's all I got to say. But
all right, okay. Bring it.
Let's move on to Michael. There he is. So, a story about Michael. Michael also, I believe, is militantly against astrology up until recent. He would make fun of me for close to hours in our interactions, which is fine. And I just think it's really interesting for him, because you, Michael, have your rising sign in Aries. And Aries, so your rising sign is how you're perceived. And you come across as aggressive and very outgoing and also approachable, but in a less not so much like a warm way, not warm, but like,
so I'm an asshole.
I mean, yeah,
I would kind of, that's what I would say. I would agree with that.
It's like, yeah, you're nice, but not if like anybody knows you.
I would say it depends on like the circumstance that you're in, like in sports, in an area where there's games involved, where there's competition. You're probably very, like, you're the type of person that someone would want to go to, because you're super, like, just approachable and outgoing. But you can be very aggressive in like competition, but that's not necessarily a bad way. But you're an aggressive person. You come across that way. And I don't mean aggressive in a bad way. I mean aggressive in like your opinions, or like what's going on. Like, you're just very aware and like alert. But you have your sun sign in Sagittarius, which makes you like jovial and like happy and like not very moody, especially in outward situations, like if you're social or you're with buddies or something, you might not be very moody. But what's interesting is you have your moon in Cancer, which could make you very moody, especially if you're around your close friends or family or partner. If you're in a relationship, you can be moody and just super deep, like you care actually very much.
I'm talking about me like that. You're staring into my soul right now.
You care very much about people's emotions, but people might not actually
Unfortunately.
think that about you. And that's
You don't think I think that?
What?
You don't think I think that?
No, you do. You do.
Oh, yeah, I know.
No.
It's awful.
You're such a burden.
You
Yeah.
care very much how people feel and how you feel about certain situations, and you're probably very intuitive to other people's moods without them even expressing their mood. You might be like, whoa, like this, something's off, like
That sounds like me.
100% like Michael. There have been multiple occasions where I walk in and I've like just like been like in a funk or whatever, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I thought I was hiding it very well, but this is what's up," like, you know. And he like just knows, and I'm like, "All right, I see you."
I see you. That's your Cancer moon. So
Shout out Cancer, man.
yeah, well, it's a very redeeming quality for anyone who has strong Aries in their chart, because it's just a really nice combination, because Aries people are very assertive and know when they choose a direction and what they want, they're going after it 100%, even if it means that they're going to have lots of cuts and bruises and pain in the process. If they want something, they go after it. But having a moon in Cancer will just makes it it makes you very much emotional person, and that you don't just you care deeply about others. So, and then having a sun.
Do I cry myself to sleep?
Often, yeah.
Ah, shit.
No, actually,
More times than
I
not.
guess it's out.
A cancer, most likely you're just stuck in like self-loathing, where you're not even crying. You can't even cry because you're just stuck in self-loathing. So.
All right, I guess that's me.
Yeah,
That's me.
All right, well, what do you have for Tyler? I don't think his camera's working, but you want to come sit over here, buddy?
With the thing?
No, I can't hear or see. So
Oh,
yeah,
come on,
buddy.
yeah. You want to sit on my lap? Or
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a full mic on?
Oh dear.
It can be really easily.
Hold on, so at one momento.
Okay.
It's okay, we're quick on the fly.
You know what's funny is while she was like telling me all about it, I was like, I don't think Tyler can hear any of this.
No.
But that's okay. God, well, I'm like, every time I talk to Lisa about this crap, I'm like,
This crap is the
this makes so much more sense. It's creepy. It's creepy. Did you hear any of our crazy facts that we were talking about?
I didn't. I was trying to everything on my side. I was trying to like log into my computer, and I was trying to do everything on my computer, and it didn't work. So I didn't.
Gotcha. Is this mic hooked up?
It is now, yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Hello?
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 I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear him.
Give me a second.
I'm gonna put the camera on that one. That's really hard work. Dedication.
There we go. Aren't you the producer?
Go time. Oh, look at we did it. What are you doing now?
Me?
Yeah, you're just hitting buttons.
Hello?
I hear you.
Hello?
Lisa,
Obviously you hear me.
Lisa, can you hear Tyler?
I can.
Sweet.
Okay, I can hear you. This is great. I'm a part of the conversation, and you can see.
Welcome to the show. This is Live on the Time.
This is good.
That is your host, Jackson. Oh, wait.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Let him get in the
It's
play.
throwing me off now that you both are on the same shot. All right, so go for
All
it.
right. Okay, Tyler. So first of all, you're a fellow Pisces. I am a Pisces as well. So, yeah. So you have your sun in Pisces, and I could go on for days, obviously, because that is my sun sign. But that just makes you just your entire being is a spiritual person, even if you don't even think you're a spiritual person. You're a very feeling person. If you travel or you're around family or friends, you're usually the type of person, even if you don't say anything, that you're like, man, this is a memory. Like, this is like special to me, and this like
Yeah.
means something to me. And
Yeah,
like,
I
you
always
won't
tell
ever
myself to
forget
try
it.
to remember something.
Yeah, really.
Usually in those moments, exactly how you described it.
Really, I do that too. Like,
Yeah.
there, yeah, it's odd, and there are sometimes. Oh, I just got like chills because sometimes, when I'm around, especially like someone really dear to me, and I'm having this like moment, or we're seeing something. Sometimes the first thing I want to do is pull out my phone and like capture the memory, but then I'll like literally stop myself and be like, no. Like, this needs to
That's funny.
like, I need to just feel this with this person. And so that's why I say, like, even people who aren't like religious or spiritual, and they have a Pisces sun or anything Pisces in their moon or their rising sign, they feel things really deeply, and in a very like ethereal, like, it's an indescribable experience a lot of the time. So that's your sun. You are probably super imaginative too, and it might be hard for you to put your imagination into practice, or into like very like tactile things. Like, you might have a hard time putting in a plan if you don't have other aspects, which I only looked at your guys'. Whoa, we got crazy dogs. Boys, sorry about that.
You're
But
fine.
um I lost my train of thought. Oh, so, unless you have other aspects in your chart, which I didn't look at too specifically, it takes me a really long time to look at someone's full birth chart and all the aspects that interact with each other, which gives you a much bigger picture of like how you handle things and like how you do things. But overall, for a sun sign, you're probably very imaginative. You feel things very deeply, but you might have a hard time putting things into action, especially if it's like a super big plan.
Yeah.
So that can be like an issue sometimes with us Pisces. But you have your moon in Sagittarius, which is such a cool placement. Again, I haven't seen anyone with a Sagittarius moon, and that makes you so like expansive in your emotions. Like, there may be times that, again, I've never seen this before, so I had to do like some deep research into this, because whenever you see Sagittarius with a planet and it's interacting with other things in your chart, you know that it's this broad, expansive, like profound experience. And when you have that with your moon, when it's incorporated with your emotions, it could mean that you are just, not only do you feel things deeply, but you might feel like you don't even know how to, like, you might feel things that you don't even know yourself how to explain to yourself, or you might have to like think about your emotions in a super deep way, and it just has like such an impact on you. But even better than that is that having a Sagittarius moon, it can turn really bad things in your life into a positive light. So it's kind of a superpower with a Sagittarius moon. Like, if you had a really hard upbringing or any trauma in your life and you have a Sagittarius moon, these people are able to kind of transform that pain into like a power in their life, like something that helps drive them through their life. So it's a really cool placement. And since I don't know what you've gone through, only you would really know, because it's your moon sign. Only you would really know how your pain in your life, whatever that was, has been transformed. So super cool placement. And then your rising sign is in Cancer. So you are perceived, and I can already kind of tell this by just looking at you, like talking to you. You're very warm in how you're listening to people, and to me, you're probably someone that people might just like come up to you and like tell you stuff that like is kind of personal. And family and friends might be drawn to you for advice, or for a lot of times for comfort, or to be nurtured. Especially like if you have a spouse or children, you might be someone that they just really want to get warmth from. So, and you care, just like Michael with his moon. You genuinely care about people and their emotions, and people, you come across that with people. It's not hidden. People can genuinely feel like when they're saying something to you and it's personal, that number one, it's confidential, and number two, that like you care about what they're saying. So yeah, that's
very true.
I have a question. I feel like I'm the only one you didn't say that about. Like, and that's like I feel like I care about what people think of me. So like I feel like I would definitely be like listening and like giving off.
You know what, Jackson? Let me hold on. Since I already have your chart pulled up on my computer. Let's see if you have Cancer in anything.
I bet you do.
You don't actually, but what you do have.
Wow, you selfish son of a bitch.
What you do have is you have Pisces and Jupiter, which is a very anytime you have a water sign in a planet, it makes that whatever that planet is responsible for. So Jupiter is responsible for like your point of view, for like higher education. It's good luck, and having it in Pisces means that
I should have went to college.
No. It's higher education. It doesn't have to be formal. It's how you educate.
I just feel like I'm way past that point. like I should have decided that 4 years ago.
No one is past education ever. But secondly, it's more of like how you choose to gain knowledge in your life. But anyway, what I want to say is that even though you don't have Cancer in your moon or your rising sign, having Pisces in Jupiter actually makes a person's point of view very flexible. Not like you like change your point of view all the time, but you can be very empathetic to other people's point of views. So like if someone says something and you don't agree with it, you're not going to be like, you're dumb. You're going to be like, oh, okay. I haven't heard that before. I still think you're dumb right now, but like, I'm actually going to think about it. And like, you might shift, you might change your perspective. And over time, you might actually develop so many like really warm, since I haven't used that about you, warm perspectives about people, because you aren't like immediately turned off to someone like having a differing view about you. So
yeah,
I hope that makes you feel better.
Sense. I feel like I try to use differing views to show me a different view of a situation or anything. So I feel like that's also where the knowledge comes into it. Maybe
what knowledge?
The knowledge she mentioned. Like, not the knowledge in my brain. The knowledge in my brain is practically useless. So, yeah, you guys can just tune in every week as I slowly run the show into the ground.
I know that there's limited time. You guys have other guests, but there's one last thing. Well, actually, Tyler, do you have any questions, or do you have anything to say?
No, I felt like you gave a really good representation of me. Not that only because it was good things to say, but the other things too. I really felt that you really hit the nail on the head with the different sides of every story. So
she hit the nail on the head with every single one of us, and it's terrifying.
Yeah, it was like so spot on for me. Also, like I mean, I don't know how much you guys were like sitting there resonating with everything, like like the internal side of it, but like I was like, I was like, she's right. But yeah, thanks.
That's
Thanks for
awesome.
joining us.
Yeah, I just want to say, just in general, I tried to look at kind of an overarching theme for you guys and your podcast, and I imagine that the podcast is just a beginning of a much larger production for you guys. And what's really interesting about all three of you guys is all three of you encompass each of your charts has a majority of planets in one um, like what is the word that I'm trying to say? Like one is in earth, one is in water, and one is in air. And so for Jackson, you're the founder of the show, right?
Well, we all kind of do it together, but I'm the host. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you're the host. You're the host,
Stay with the
and
chest.
you ground the show, and that's what, like, you have so many earth signs in your chart, and so you're kind of like you hold everything together. And Michael, you have so much fire in your chart. Sorry, not air. I didn't mean to say air before. I meant to say earth, fire, and water. Michael, you're fire. And so you might drive everything kind of into action and like kind of push the podcast and like push the direction and like be super aggressive in like how you want it to be done. And like, and you will help it progress like throughout whatever it is the journey is that you guys are doing. And Tyler, you kind of help bring the perception of the show. And like I love that you're like a fact checker and that you are like the sounding board, because that's such a water sign. You have so much water in your chart, and you're sensitive, and you care about how you guys are perceived and like the emotions that are evoked. And you said something really, I think, special that I heard in the first. I know you guys are jokey and everything, but like in the first episode when you guys were introducing yourself, Tyler, you said something about like you want this to be a place where people can like laugh and like feel and like have like emotions. I don't remember exactly verbatim what you said, but like that
Yeah.
resonated with me. And so for you, your role, I can just tell throughout your guys' journey is that you will care about how people see this show, and you care that people feel heard and that it's a place of like laughter and warmth. And so I'm just super excited for you guys, and I just thanks for having me on here. And you guys are just all together, all three of you. It's just cool how the universe like placed you guys together to do this. So that's all I
Yeah.
wanted to say.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming and saying all the great things about me and Sunny and
I'm an asshole.
Oh, Michael,
Yeah, and kind of putting me back in my place. So, thanks again for joining us, and you scared the fuck out of us, really, with how accurate all of these descriptions were of us. And I know you know Sunny, and like this is honestly for everyone watching at home. This is the first time I've ever interacted with her, and like why don't you put an overlay back up while we.
You got it.
So yeah, you can follow her and see what she's doing with astrology at the Saturn Way on Instagram. And
she'll probably blow your fucking mind like she did with all of us.
Again, hands down, best astrologer I know. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I don't know many, but this one is the best one I know, and I know personally now. So thank you again for joining us, and we
Whoops. Thank you, Lisa. Tell her I love them and give them a slap on the ass for me.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye, Lisa. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
She's a shit.
Yeah, she's amazing. All right, so next we're gonna take a little bit of a break here. We're in the middle. We're got like an intermission, so if you need to refill your drink or whatever, but we're gonna play you guys a sketch that we recorded this week that is going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel tomorrow.
All right, we will be right
Uber for Jackson?
Yeah, how's it going?
Great. Yeah, how's your day going?
Oh, not too bad.
Yeah, you got a lot of rides going today? I mean, there's a Cubs game going, so...
Yeah, when the Cubs are in town, there's definitely more rides than usual, but, I mean, today hasn't really been all that different.
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah, prices have been surged regardless, so you're probably making bank on these rides.
Yeah, we get... I mean, yeah, obviously when there's more demand, we do get a little more pay, which is always nice.
Yeah, that sounds nice. So you do this part-time or full-time?
Full-time, actually,
Oh, wow.
yeah. June will be 2 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what'd you do before Uber?
I worked in insurance.
Oh, wow, yeah, so big switch.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
This is way better.
Yeah, more conversations. I bet insurance was kind of boring.
Insurance sucked. It was
Yeah.
awful.
Does anything crazy ever happen while you're driving for Uber? Yeah, alright.
How's it going?
Totally. Hang on 1 second. I put in the app to not talk to me, so I'm on the phone. Can you just drive, please? Thank you. What were you saying, Sharon? Yeah, I need that report on my desk by tomorrow morning. 6 a.m., that's when I'm getting in the office. Yeah. No, this Uber. I know. Yeah, he was talking to me. He couldn't see I was on the phone. Some people, am I right?
I just wanted to make sure you were going to the right location.
Oh my god, I put the right location in the fucking app! Look at the fucking app! I know. No, I get it.
Well, this is actually my first day. I just wanted to make sure that I was...
Hey, I wouldn't tell you if it was my first day on the job. You know? Like, if I was working at Subway and you came in to ask for a sandwich, I wouldn't be like, hey, this is my first day making a fucking sandwich.
Hey, how's it going? Are you okay?
We gotta go. Go.
Where are we going?
Straight, go straight.
Where are we going?
Go straight.
I'm sorry. Hey, how's it going?
You gotta get the fuck out of the car.
God damn it. All right. Not really. Hey, how's it going? Are you okay?
We've gotta go.
Are you
We've gotta
okay?
go. We've gotta go.
What happened?
Our parents were home, man.
Whose
I
parents?
I didn't know. She said she lived alone. She lied. Bro, go. Her father came in. He came in.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That was crazy.
It dropped. It fell. Look. Hey, how's it going? Oh,
Hey, man, get the fuck out of the car, okay?
just sit down. Oh man. No, you got it too soon.
You know,
Hey,
get the fuck out of the car.
I left. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man, you gotta get the fuck out of the car.
When you say, hey, man.
Hey, man, you gotta get the fuck out of the car.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, you gotta get the fuck out of the car. This is the hardest job in the world.
I see
Is
you.
carjacking because no one takes you seriously. Motherfucker!
I just see you struggling for the knife in the back seat.
I just want to take your car.
For those that don't know, Jack is just standing outside in a scream mask. It's April something. Hold on, wait. Oh, all right.
Hey, man.
I'm about to go murder this motherfucker.
Yeah, so like, how's your job?
Oh, it's so stressful. All these teenage little fucks think they run this shit.
Well, it's obviously gone pretty well. I've seen you in a couple movies.
Yeah. The movie's really taken off. That's really what my income is these days, is just royalties.
Oh, from like Scary Movie and...
Yeah. Not even to mention the parody movies that I've done. But those Wayans brothers are dope.
You know, hey, not every actor can have the flexibility of doing a horror film and then a parody or a comedy.
Right, yeah, that's the thing, is everyone thinks it's acting, but this was a profession long before I was doing it in the movies. They found me mid-murder one day and were like, hey man, we like your work, we'd like to film you. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get her done. He's like, I'll sign a paycheck right now. And I was like, no way. Got a movie deal. I think I got a TV show out there, so they recast me in that. I was like, I don't want to play the knockoff. So yeah, I guess it's just been, pretty fucking cool.
Do you and Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees have like any beef or anything, or y'all chill?
No, those guys are all made up by some movie producer. Those guys aren't real.
Oh.
Yeah, you can find me on the streets doing my thing, so.
But won't we like? I mean, like, I know you're about to go kill someone. Like, won't everybody?
Won't everybody what?
Won't they, like, I mean, the mask gives away that you're about to go murder somebody.
Right, yeah. I guess I really haven't thought about it like that before.
But, I mean, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I almost hit a lady.
No, don't worry, man. It's all part of a day's work for me.
You hit ladies?
Well, I just hit people with, like, cars. Mainly the stabbing thing has been working, so I just kind of stick to the stabbing, but all in all, murder's murder. Don't want to undersell a good work, you know?
I mean, I guess if that's... Is there like a murder hall of fame somewhere?
Oh.
You're not interested in being a part of it?
I don't know, man. It's like... Did A-Rod play to be in the World Hall of Fame? Did Babe Ruth hit the ball every time just to be in the Hall of Fame? I think he was just playing it for the love of the game. And then they were like, let's throw him in the Hall of Fame. So that's kind of what I am, you know? I'm just the Babe Ruth of murderers.
All right, Babe Ruth of murderers. Well, we're here at 1060 West Addison.
All right, thanks, man. Do you mind keeping the car running, or do I got to rebook through the app?
You got to rebook through the app.
All right. Well, I'll see you. Thanks, man.
Yeah, take care.
Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to Live and Untied. We hope you enjoyed that sketch. That was kind of, it was a lot to film. It was pretty easy to film. We were just driving around, kind of fucking around for 2-3 hours. But the funniest part of that is when I was just standing outside of the car in the screen mask, we realized we were filming across the street from a playground. And I was like, I can't keep getting out of the car in a screen mask with a knife. So yeah, so it was rough because we were literally like a four-way stop, and the other stop right across from us was just a bunch of kids playing on a playground. Or the one where I was shirtless, I kept getting in and out of the car, and like I kept having to interact with people outside of the car. It was like low 40s out there too. Yeah, low 40s. I'm like shirtless outside of the car, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up? How are you?" Like while I'm waiting for him to press record on the button on the camera, I'm like, "Hey, what's up? How are you guys?" And they're like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. You can go worry about it. You can tune in on Sunday to check it out." But yeah, it was a very interesting experience because I was barefoot for that one too. You saw me throw my shoes in there. I was in the freaking head. Yeah, that was an accident. You talked about that. He was like, "Dude, you almost hit me in the head while we were filming it. And I was like, I did not mean to, but that is the name of the game, pretty much. You know, it's not to hit Sonny in the head, but to make it look crazy and real.
I mean, I guess you did it. I mean, it was super funny when we were doing the shows when we were just holding hands.
There was actually a couple more that we filmed of that one, but we were like, all right, I can't keep getting in and out of the car shirtless. Like, I'm gonna get pneumonia.
Well, because we're running late because, our show sucks and didn't start on time because of audio problems.
But we'll cover that in the last segment, which we're not going to tell you about until we get there. Well, actually, now we can tell you about the last segment. Something to look forward to, Jackson's therapy session. And that's all I'm going to tell you is the last segment is called Jackson's therapy session, where I sit on the couch and I conduct my therapy session. And you'll get more information about that after this week's guest, which should be coming on shortly.
Yeah, hold on. I have
you
to
texted him at all?
No, I did. I have to send him the new link because we had to restart the damn
right,
stream.
because the stream is different now.
Yeah.
Might as well just send it to Jefferson also.
Right.
All right, well, you take care of that, and I will vamp. So how's everybody doing? Like, put in the comments section your favorite part of the show or your least favorite part of the show. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, what you hated. Tell us if you don't like us.
Did you cry when you heard about our stars? Because I did.
Yeah, well, after we went to break, thank God we went to break after that because Michael couldn't stop crying, man.
Yeah, that's true.
He was almost inconsolable. Unconsolable?
No. That GoPro just sucks.
Yeah, one day you guys will care about me.
We care about you now, buddy. We just we can't afford another camera. This is a super low budget show, if you guys can't tell.
We'll get there one day.
Yeah, one day. I mean, I guess we do have a couple things we don't actually need to spend money on before we get Tyler a camera. We actually did get him a camera. It's just not working.
He does have a camera, it's just never on.
See, look, there it is.
Whatever, you hit the button and see if it does go on.
It doesn't. I've done it.
You gotta do it one more time.
Oh, this time will work. You're right.
Yeah.
Same maybe. Here we go.
We're gonna all be doing this together.
All right, everybody. Let's see if his camera comes on while we root for our guest, Jesse Montagna.
Right.
Montagna. Oh.
Jesse's here too!
Oh my gosh. All right, we'll come back to my camera. I'll bring on Jesse. Hey, Jesse, can you... Oh, hang on, wait.
Yeah, he can see you.
Yeah, he can see me, but...
Leave him on.
You got it. Okay, yeah. So this week's, our guest today is Jesse Montagna?
That's perfect. It doesn't matter.
Okay. He's a comedian, improviser, writer, and mustache extraordinaire. He moved from Nashville to Chicago, and now he's living happily in New York City. What's up? How you been, buddy?
Hi, Jackson. Is Michael on here as well?
Yeah, he is. Hey, buddy.
Oh, there you are. Beautiful. Yes. Hi, I'm coming to you from Brooklyn, New York. We'll be coming in hot here. We're all watching the Oscars tonight. You know what I mean? Come on now.
That's great, man. I'm so glad to hear that one of us made it to New York. So you've been you were in Nashville. Nashville is awesome. I think I had one experience there, and I don't really remember. But you told me tons about Nashville when we were in Chicago together. And then you were in Chicago, went back to Nashville, right?
That is right.
For a little bit?
Nashville. Chicago was great to me, not going to lie. Chicago was wonderful. It was a rebirth, a reawakening. But I ultimately knew I was going back to Nashville and was actually going to go to Chicago if COVID didn't hit. I was kind of ready to go back for probably June of last year. But then, of course, things stopped and just life was like, all right, we're not going to go there. And the lease ended at the end of last year and things were pointing towards New York instead. So
well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, the sunglasses. Oh, I forgot all about it.
She wants us to put this back on it.
People want sunglasses.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, so yeah, we were promoting. We have an Untied Underground version of this.
It's where we're bad boys.
Yeah, it's where we're under the influence of something.
I'm in a friend's bedroom right now, or else I'd put on some sunglasses as well.
We're fine. We should have warned you ahead of time.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a lot of things we should have done ahead of time, and we didn't, and we're really screwing the pooch live on air. But it's okay, because our good friend Jesse's here. So, yeah, what can you tell us about the Oscars that we don't know? And keep in mind, we don't know anything.
Yeah, what's like important?
Okay, so the Oscars this year, I'm not a huge Oscars watcher, but I always,
Same.
if there's one award show that I would like picture myself doing or giving, it would probably be Oscars or Grammys. I don't know, but I feel like Oscars just has this like pizzazz to it. All the big celebs are there, and it's just like everybody's kind of vying for the same spotlight. Reese Witherspoon always gave her like hottest takes. She's always herself. She came in super hot. We had a solid win for Daniel, the guy in Black Priest, Judas and the Black Messiah. He had a great speech, and then he made some reference to his mom and dad having sex. He said,
"Wow,
oh wow, yeah."
He just and like his mom was on camera, and he said, and then my dad, you know, they both had sex, and just was like that was like the end of his speech, and people were like, "Great, let's do it."
Perfect, yeah.
It's going well. We currently have some Totino's pizza rolls going on. We got some mozzarella sticks in the oven. It's just all a good time.
I have a question. So you refused to announce the Nickelodeon Awards as your favorite. Do you have something against the plump?
The KCA.
I actually did not grow up with cable. And so if there was any award show that I would be doing, it'd probably be PBS's Great Performances, 9 o'clock on Sunday nights, because I just didn't have any like fun shows growing up. So if you want to catch me on like a Jeopardy award show, Champions of Champions, maybe Tournament of Champions, or find me on like the Today Show with Al Roker, you can find me there. But unfortunately, Nickelodeon show, all the cool stuff, the Disney things, it's tough. I just nod my head at parties and just assume that I.
Just nod my head at parties.
So to give people background on how we met Jesse.
Yes.
We met him while we were in. I was going into level C of Second City's improv program. And I know Michael knew him for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think we met in B, didn't we?
Yeah,
I think we all came together in C.
I think it was.
Yeah. So then I met him in C, and we're all just hanging out, putting on shows at Second City, practically living the dream that
going to the Wells House after Wells Ale House, just with the locals, fiving and dining, cash only joint, living the absolute dream on Wells Street.
Living the dream.
Yeah, we were living. Yeah,
the dream. Jesse, what are you doing right now? Is there a comedy scene in New York, or is everything still shut down?
I actually went to my first stand-up show on Friday, and it was in the It was like underneath a gas station, like corner store, and there was these pink pews, and they kept calling it the Pink Church, but it wasn't a church. I think they.
Was that over on McDougal?
I don't know, honestly, where it was. It was somewhere like East Bed-Stuy in Brooklyn. And honestly, like 70 people probably came. They had 2 shows that night. I was very impressed by the amount of people that actually came to it. But people are, of course, like masked up. And then there's probably like 5 or 6 performers. They have opened comedy clubs here for like stand-up venues, but it's limited capacity. And it's like really only like big names playing. But basically once Broadway opens, which should be in the fall, that's kind of when the city's supposed to reopen.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing about the show scene down here in Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you. We don't want to keep you too long. We want to get you back watching those Oscars. But we will... Thank you for coming on the show. How can people follow you? At Jess
17 on Instagram.
Jess 17 on Instagram. At Jess on Twitter, Facebook. The whole thing. But yeah, honestly, I miss just doing improv with Twisted Line. Honestly, those days.
Yeah, I know.
So sweet.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were, buddy. You are welcome back on the show whenever you want.
Yeah, maybe one of these days, if you're ever in Chicago again, you just hit us up. We'll have you live on the show in the studio.
Yeah,
That'd be big time. Are y'all together right now?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm looking at Sonny's face right now.
Nice, very nice.
And then Tyler's in the back room.
His clinic's up.
Fact checking.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, but it's been
Yeah,
good times, and we're glad you could take time out of your Oscars party to chat with us and give us some updates.
Easy.
Awesome.
Good to see y'all both, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah. Absolutely. Good
Awesome.
seeing everybody.
Thanks for coming on again. And yes, just 17 on Instagram. Yes, just on everything else. So we'll see you next time.
I kind of just I didn't know when to leave, so I just had to leave. And I'm sorry, Jesse, but I love you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, peace out. All right.
Jesse's the man. I love his mustache too.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the best people I would say I'd ever had the privilege of performing on stage with at Second City was Jesse. Just so creative at a moment's notice. The true essence of improv. It was great.
He is the man.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over to Tyler again, and he's going to tell us about.
With no camera.
It'll just be Sonny and I's reaction. Are we going to try and get his camera working?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, so we'll keep tinkering, messing around with things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. Obviously, right now, there he is! All right, Tyler, take it away. Correct overlay on. We're still waiting about his camera. You're doing good, dude. Yeah, you're doing great, man. And good job. Okay. There it is. All right, so take it away for next week in history.
All right, so this week is pretty interesting. April 25th is today, and today we're going back to 1938 when the first seeing eye dog was used.
Whoa.
Crazy, right?
Good to speak to.
Yeah. And then tomorrow, the 26th, we have the first ever live organ being played, and that was at our very own Wrigley Field in 1941.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. When you said live organ being played, I was thinking you were going to say lung.
Like playing on the lung?
Yeah,
like the drums.
So, go on.
The 27th, the British Parliament passed the Tea Act in 1773, and we know how that turned out for them. They did get some time.
That was not a good accent.
No, that was bad.
That was
Actually British. I know British.
That's a little bit.
What's your British name?
The 28th.
Yeah, keep going. How do this shit?
No. If we don't move on, it keeps going. The yellow fever vaccine was announced in 1932, so.
And that was on the, which day?
The 28th.
All right.
Yeah. And then the 29th, rubber was patented in 1813.
Rubber.
So on Thursday, when you hate driving to work, you can hate 1813. In 1993, on the 30th of April, the World Wide Web, which was launched, which, thank goodness, so we would be really bored.
True. We wouldn't have
that's what we have.
We wouldn't be able to grace people's presence.
Exactly. And then on May 1st...
Wait, real quick, what year was that last one?
1993.
1993. So that was the year the World Wide Internet was...
World Wide Web.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
World Wide Web. See, that's why he's the fact checker.
Yep.
World Wide Web was created in 1993. That's interesting.
And then finally, to wrap it up, May 1st, next Saturday in 2011, Osama bin Laden was killed.
Yeah.
Also great. So it's a good week. Good things to look forward to.
A lot of good things.
But that's all I got.
I mean, I'm just thinking about the past 2 weeks. There's been some pretty good deaths that happened.
Yeah, we had Hitler.
Guess who's here, Jackson?
Last week and this week we had Osama bin Laden get murdered coming up. All right, well, Now we get to bring on our good friend, Jefferson Goldie, who is a comedian, improviser, actor, PhD in TikTok. He's a cook, kinda. So, hey, buddy, what's up? Glad you could join us.
What's up, man? You guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Doing sound great.
Cool. What's up, man? How's the show going?
The show's actually going terrible. I'm not lying. Yeah, we're not gonna lie. We had a lot of fuck ups early on. You can also, just before we go any further, you can say whatever you want on like this show. You can say, yeah, if you want to let one slide, you can be like, fuck. But like, I mean, this show it's gonna be the death of us. Like, I thought I was drinking heavily before this segment, or not this segment, but before this episode, and I'm gonna drink heavily after this episode.
Yeah.
You just had to ask, Jefferson. You just had to ask.
Yeah, thanks for caring, buddy.
But you actually have a show on tonight, right?
Yes, I do have a TV show on right now. It just ended about 2 minutes ago.
All right, so yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about? Can you give us any like what happened or what you can? Just tell us what you can talk about from tonight's episode.
I could talk about everything from tonight's episode because it just aired, so everything is out there.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, let us know. Yeah, just give us we haven't been able to watch it. We've been on the air the whole time, so
I'll give you a little synopsis of the episode.
Yeah, a little teaser just so people can watch it.
Yeah, so first of all, it's on the Food Network, and it's streaming on one of the pluses, like not Disney Plus. I don't know. One of the new ones for like whatever the Food Network's on. I forgot what the channel it is.
Oh, you on Discovery Plus?
Yeah, Discovery Plus. There you go. You can watch it on there or
that intelligence.
Food Network. But the show is called Worst Cooks in America. I was on season 18 about 2 years ago, and they brought me back for an all-star season. So it's me and like 7 other people that already been there, and the episode just aired, and it was fun, man. It brings back so many like memories once you're on there, and you forget what happens too. Because I'm watching it live with everybody. I've never seen the show before until today. But just a little bit about it. I got sent home on a chicken dish last season or 2 seasons ago. So they made us, redeem ourselves. Oh, hey, you're gonna have to cook this chicken dish again and see what happens. And guys, I got the best dish of the day for this time around.
Really? I'm so proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, I was excited about that. But then, at the further you watch the episode, you see that I am actually in the bottom and could have been sent home. And I'm just going to leave it there so you guys can go watch the rest of the episodes to see if I get sent home this episode.
You jerk.
Oh, man. All right. So, so you are now in the All-Star season of Worst Cooks in America. It is streaming now. Well, I don't know if the episode's streaming, but it just aired. So if you are an avid watcher and you have it set to record, you're good to go. You can watch it right after it ends. If not, you can go find it probably tomorrow. I think they're usually up on the streaming services the next day.
Maybe
but on
right now, actually.
Oh, okay. It might be, yeah. I mean, I don't know how Discovery Plus works. But yeah, so on Discovery Plus, wherever you can find the Food Network, you probably do it on foodnetwork.com. You can go look at those shows. But make sure to check out this season of Worst Cooks in America, featuring the boy Jefferson. Yeah. You got on Instagram you have at Goldilocks, right?
No, it's actually all my name now, Jefferson Goldie, everywhere.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, nice. You made it easy.
Okay, at Jefferson Goldie on all social media platforms. Go for it. Just follow him. Give him tons of love on social, so you can follow him through his Worst Cooks journey. And then also you have the Burnt podcast.
Yeah, I host a podcast called Burnt. It's just like a Worst Cooks in America podcast for the hardcore fans. You can find that on wherever you listen to your podcast. Burnt, Worst Cooks in America.
Perfect. Awesome.
Jefferson, I have one quick question. Since you went through one entire season and then now you're back onto this show, between those two, like, because obviously they called you once and then they called you back again, between that day and the next day, were you ever like, maybe I should learn how to cook and just try and teach myself? Or maybe they'll call me again.
That's the thing, dude. So like, my wife is an amazing cook. She's like a chef, like legit. So I never have to cook. That's why I suck at cooking, because she's doing all the cooking. So I never had to cook. But this time around, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll learn how to microwave something a little bit better. So we'll see.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah. So check out the episode that just aired tonight on Food Network, wherever you can get access to that. And also, I think it's on Discovery Plus, we've said a couple times. And you can also check out the Burnt podcast which is the Worst Cooks in America podcast, hosted by Jefferson Goldie, on wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah.
That's right. You got
it. On Spotify and iTunes and all of them.
You're doing great, Jackson, as a host. You're doing fantastic.
Isn't he just incredible?
Thanks, man. Yeah, I just want to be like Jefferson one day. So,
hey, Jefferson, maybe we can get you on next week too.
Yeah,
man. Do a little recap of the episode.
Yeah, just keep talking about food. I can talk about food all day.
Yeah, you're making me real hungry.
For sure.
Yeah, we do. So we want to thank you for joining us, and we'll hopefully see you next week so you can do another little recap. Again, you can follow him on all social media at Jefferson Goldie. So, tune in next week to hear more about it, and hopefully check out the episode before then.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I'm going to go watch this replay back when I get a chance tonight.
Awesome.
There you go. Good seeing you, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Jefferson.
Right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Yeah, Jefferson's always great, man. He was also, you can check him out. We have on episode 2 of our podcast, the Untied Podcast. You can subscribe to that on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, all of the above.
Wow, did you rehearse that?
No. I don't know, man. We can't dissect how my brain works right now. That was the first second.
Well, actually, that's perfect because, do you want me to intro this segment?
Oh, yeah. We probably should have you in there. Well, I'll talk about it. So I stopped seeing my therapist. So I just lay on this couch and I'm going to talk to Sonny about all my problems, which, shocker, they're probably going to be about today's episode. That's your camera so I can reposition mine.
We're about to do a lot of background work. Tyler, coming at you live.
Dude, is this thing on? Does it actually work?
Yeah, you did great, actually.
Hey, finally. So
you know how I said I was going to get up with Jackson. He's just doing everything. So. I kind of gave it away. But, hey, that painting and picture look good behind you.
Hey,
I mean,
I appreciate that.
That's great. Where are you going?
Mute my mic.
Oh, you're gonna. Okay, I guess I'll mute your mic. Muted. Oh, I should probably unmute mic 4 too. Damn, look at me go.
Not yet.
Oh, okay, not yet.
You're a great producer, buddy.
I know. This is obviously my calling.
That's all right.
I also love how. I'm gonna just put it on you.
All right, yeah, just do what you got.
So they can see what's going on. This looks ridiculous.
We actually didn't test this shot.
Is your mic on?
I don't know. You gotta mute it.
Like, is it connected?
No, you gotta unmute it.
Oh,
There you go. There you go. All right.
Look at this
This is an awful shot. I hate
It looks good.
Okay.
All right, talk to me.
Hey, buddy. Hey, do you remember when the mics weren't working earlier? And then the cameras weren't working? And then, like, no one could hear us? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember like 3 minutes when it. I mean, I get from your therapist, so yes, I hear you. I can't argue with you.
Okay, thanks, buddy. Thanks for just hearing me. The Cubs lost today, too, so that was kind of... I know that's, like, not a big deal.
What was worse?
The show. The show was definitely fucking worse. I would have watched the Cubs... I've watched the Cubs lose for my entire life. I need that shit.
You're just not used to it.
I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna start crying.
Watching you lose, I guess. I think it was still fine. You know, I guess for the show, they definitely played the show. We learned a lot.
Guys, yeah, I know. Lisa said that I was the glue that held this thing together.
Yeah. But we know
But
it.
really, truly, the guests were the glue that held this fucking shit together.
It was like the Titanic for the majority of it. It was like you should have just been playing violins the whole time.
Well, tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, it was terrible. But here we are. We made it to the last segment.
If I was a doctor and I said, point to this chart, what would you point at?
I don't know. What is the chart system, doctor?
I mean, have you been to a doctor? It's usually the same for everybody.
Oh, like
Let's see, happy. So
I would say
very sad.
10 is very sad, right?
Yeah.
I would say a solid 8. We had good guests that redeemed us, but like early on when everyone was texting me that they couldn't hear us, and I was like, it made me sad in my heart.
Did you feel panic?
I felt panic in addition to like, yeah, it was mainly all like, you know that scene in SpongeBob when they're like, what's my name? And he's like running around and everything's on fire and he's ripping stuff out of the file cabinets. That was me when I got 4 text messages in a row that was like, there's no sound. And I was like, that's just what we fucking needed. That was, the Cubs didn't win. There's no sound. This is going to be great.
It turned out all right.
Yeah, I guess so. Your camera didn't work for a half hour. How do you feel, man? Maybe we should let you sit on the couch.
I feel pretty optimistic. Really bringing it around. But this is my therapy session. You go ahead, buddy.
No. So
All the problems started when Austin moved to Wisconsin. That's true, buddy. You should move back to Chicago.
That was my mom.
That was my mom that said that.
Yeah.
About Austin. And Austin's also watching. I can see his comment right above.
I'm really thankful for those that watch.
I'm thankful for my mother and my best friend in Wisconsin who watch this show. I hope I've been friends with. I hope I've paid enough debts to my mother over the years that she can watch my show every Sunday.
Oh, so you don't want to work during the week, just on a Sunday?
No, that's not. Well, I mean, ideally that'd be great. You know, I mean, it is the Lord's Day, and you should be resting on a Sunday.
Right.
But yeah, that'd be ideal. I mean, if there's only working 1 day a week, I'd be well rested all the time. You know.
Tyler, will you research how much I should be getting paid for this? What do you think the average salary is for a therapist?
For a therapist?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I mean, a good therapist?
Like
or like one that doesn't care about you.
An hour? I was talking salary.
You're talking salary, but 125 an hour times. So you work 40 hours a week. So then do 40 times 125.
Quick math. 35 to 66K per year.
That's it? Jeez.
Oh, wow.
I want a lot more money.
Yeah, well, then becoming a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Because then you...
Oh, that was a lie.
People...
Okay. Sorry, back it up.
Fact checkers fact checking the fact checker.
Yeah, listen, someone's got to do it to myself. Median salary of $85,000 a year.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, well, very good, buddy.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so the Cubs lost, and then the show kind of went to shit for a real quick second.
Yeah, I'm beating up my mic.
And then...
That's all right, we're here.
Yeah, we made it. We made it to the end. We're at... remember when we had to end the stream and then restart a new one and then send a link to all of our guests mid-show where we were like, hey, sorry, we fucked up real bad. You have to click this link now. And that's why probably Louisa couldn't get into the fucking stream is because she was like clicking the other link. Next week, Sunny needs a therapist certification as well. He's going to take a certification between here and now.
I would. And I could jot down these hours. I'm going to take it. All right. I mean, we can just end it.
I don't think I was done going through all my notes.
I know, but I'm done bringing in the
All right, everyone. Well, here, let me set up for this part.
Yeah. That pillow, though.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for watching this episode of Live and Untied. We hope you enjoyed it. From all of us here at Untied Entertainment, we wish you a great tonight and a pleasant tomorrow. So
that was pretty. See ya. Anything to say?
Think about all my facts, and I'll bring you next week.
I don't know what the fuck I'm going to bring you next week.
Okay.
I'm at least going to bring you another segment like this where I talk about all my problems and what goes wrong during the show. So at least tune in for that.
Peace enough.